That the senator from Ohio cares about the billionaires. We care about average working people. I yield the floor.
So just to be clear, Mr. President.
Just recognize.
Wow, he's leaving. He's flat out just walking away. He's fleeing the floor. Where are you going? You're in the middle of a debate in front of the world, in front of everybody that's been asking, when is the government going to be open? And you're running away. But Trump just did something. Before we go and I show you Bernie Moreno cooking Chuck Schumer, let me show you what Trump just did, because I think this is the most important thing of all of this. Trump doubles down on his demands to send Obamacare money to the people, taking the fat cat insurance companies out of the corrupt system of healthcare, right? So here's what Trump says, because this is an F around moment for the Democrats. Look what he's doing. No more money, hundreds of billions of dollars to the Democrat-supported insurance companies for really bad Obamacare. The money must now go directly to the people, taking the fat cat insurance companies out of the corrupt system of healthcare. The people, right, can buy their own much better policy for much less money, saving for themselves an absolute fortune. President Donald J. Trump, do you know that insurance and Obamacare, that is the biggest rider for the Democrats when they win? This is what they talk about the most. This is one of the biggest issues that Democrats usually beat Republicans on, but Trump has decided to play their game and say, you know what? How about no money for those big corrupt companies and insurance companies? He's not backing down. Democrats are definitely concerned now. And that's where we get to what happened on the House floor that made Chuck Schumer rage bait. Chuck Schumer suddenly flees the Senate floor to avoid an absolute grilling by Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio on his massive Obamacare fraud, right? So here we go. Here is the exchange that everybody is talking about. But let the people choose. Let the people choose. And we're going to talk about the filibuster as well, that again Trump wants to end so we can reopen the government. Look, let's just get right to it.
Have you put forward a proposal that we can read that you referenced in your speech, what says a clean continuing resolution with the extension of the ACA Biden COVID credits?
Yes, as we spoke yesterday.
So there is
I will not be interrupted.
No, my question is there a proposal in writing that we can read?
There is a proposal that is very simple. First, you haven't put your proposed ACA, your proposed fix to the ACA, the new one, which Leader Thune has spoken about on the floor, so we can't give you a counter in writing. But it's very simple, because we have two sentences we would add to any proposal, which would extend the ACA benefits for 1 year. That's all, plain and simple. And the leader can put that in his proposal on opening up the government. So it doesn't need a vote. It can't be blocked by anybody. It's the right thing to do.
It still have no income caps, so people who make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year?
As we said, if he would have listened to my speech yesterday, once we pass the 1 year fix, so people right now aren't in difficulty, we would sit and negotiate that. The leader has said he won't negotiate before. We're willing to negotiate once the credits are extended, plain and simple. And we made that in our proposal yesterday.
So for 1 year, people making millions of dollars would still receive these COVID era subsidies? The
bottom line is the senator from...
Got him. Got you, buddy. Come on now. Yo, these people are so corrupt. Look how he freezes up. Shout out to Bernie Moreno for asking this one particular question.
Proposal yesterday.
So for 1 year, people making millions of dollars would still receive these COVID era subsidies?
The bottom line is the senator from Ohio ignores that 99% of people, you want to hurt people making $10,000, $50,000, $90,000 and hold this up? We can fix what the gentleman said in a negotiation, but don't have people who are every day being hurt by paying thousands of dollars more that they can't afford. I know that the senator from Ohio cares about the billionaires. We care about average working people. I yield the floor.
So just to be clear, Ms. President.
Was recognized.
Wow, he's leaving. He's flat out just walking away. He's fleeing the floor. Where are you going? You're in the middle of a debate in front of the world, in front of everybody that's been asking, when is the government going to be open? And you're running away from Bernie Moreno. You're running away. What a coward.
So just to be clear, what you heard from the minority leader was the following. I just want to recap it for those of you who might have missed. Number one, he acknowledged that the Democrats have actually not put forward a written proposal that people could look at. Number two, he acknowledged that his plan would be to allow millionaires, let me just say that clearly, people making millions of dollars would receive Biden-era COVID Obamacare subsidies. You heard that right. No income cap. I was going to ask him before he stormed out of the room, because evidently he doesn't want to hear any opposing views or actually engage in meaningful negotiation. He would have heard me ask the next question, Madam President, which is, would he continue $0 premiums, which we know for a fact have enormous levels of fraud? If he had stayed, I would have asked him a third question. Does he want these monies to go directly to insurance companies? Let me repeat that, Madam President, because I don't think the American people have been told the truth here. This money does not go to people on Obamacare. This is a check written from the federal government to the wealthiest insurance companies on the planet. He wants no income caps, millionaires getting COVID subsidies. He wants $0 premiums that are filled with fraud, and he wants to enrich insurance companies even more.
Wow, Bernie Moreno, thank you. Wow, what he just did today was absolutely unbelievably amazing. This is based explaining to people, actually correcting. And what's so cowardly is that Chuck Schumer didn't want to have the debate. He didn't even want to have a full-blown negotiation in front of the American people. What he did was pointed the finger, said, you want to look out for your billionaire friends, the same lines that Bernie Sanders uses. He does that same stupid stuff. Like, oh, you're a billionaire, your tax cuts for the billionaires. But in reality, what are these subsidies actually going to, and who are they going to, and who is actually going to benefit from this? That's why Trump coming in and saying, yo, I think we should like really tackle this healthcare issue, because they're making it this, but in reality, we can actually come up big by actually just taking a page from their book and actually giving money back to the people, not to these big insurance companies. Let the people choose. What are we doing? And the crazy part about it is they want this to go through before they even start negotiating without having anything written down. This is so embarrassing for the Democrats. What are they doing? Here's another big move from Trump. Here's from Rick Scott. I mean, he says, I am recommending the Senate Republicans that the hundreds of billions of dollars currently being sent to money-sucking insurance companies in order to save bad health care provided by Obamacare be sent directly to the people so that they can purchase their own. Oh, man, what a genius idea, bro. I hope these rhinos really wake up to this. This could be a huge opportunity as far as healthcare goes, right? So he says be sent directly to the people that they can purchase their own much better healthcare and have money left over. In other words, take the big bad insurance companies, give it to the people, and terminate per dollar spent the worst healthcare anywhere in the world, Obamacare. Unrelated, we must still terminate the filibuster. So he's still talking about the filibuster, right? He has come out and said we must terminate. All Republicans must come together, vote on this, terminate the filibuster so we can get all of these things done. So that way, in these 9 months, we can feel like we actually accomplished what we needed to, right? Because all these delays are really messing things up. But I think this is, again, one of these Trump ideas that outsmarts mostly all the Democrats, that have been fighting for healthcare. You can outsmart them right here and really gain something much bigger. Take a look. Rick Scott, Senator Rick Scott says, totally agree with you, President of the United States. I am writing the bill right now. We must stop taxpayer money from going into insurance companies and instead give it directly to Americans in an HSA style account and let them buy the healthcare that they want. This will increase competition and drive down the cost. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy, Lord. Hey, Republicans, you're finally about to do something right. Please, please listen to Trump on this. Take that step. Write this bill. Pass this bill. You will then eliminate exactly, because this is what I've been preaching. I said, Democrats have their way of doing things, right? Old school Republicans have also their way of doing things. But the way that Trump does these things is that he takes a page out of a lot of these people's books, right? Like with the whole socialism stuff, Trump would literally outsmart a socialist and make it for some reason. He'll make it to where, oh, yeah, I'm a capitalist, but let me actually outsmart the Democrats on this issue, right? When it came to prescription drugs and trying to combat how these companies take advantage, because this is called crony capitalism. So Trump is in many ways fighting crony capitalism in this way. But if Republicans step up their game and realize, hey, let's think about everyday Americans and what they like and what they don't want, and what we should write these bills to have them choose in an HSA style the healthcare that they want with that taxpayer money. You would outsmart, you will bomb the Democrat Party. Think about the things that they run on. They run on for the people most of the time. Affordability, all these things. Do it now. You're in office. Trump is in office. You have the House, the Senate, and the White House. You have Congress, Senate, and the White House. Get it done. Do this. I promise you. Americans, everyday Americans will look at the Republicans like, you know what? They're finally stepping up their game. They care about these things. But hey, closed mouths don't get fed. I think this is a bright idea. I think Rick Scott saying that he would write this bill. Y'all better. But again, like, these rhino Republicans kill me because they won't end the filibuster, even though I agree that the filibuster is, hey, you never know. But look, you got Democrats panicking already over this, right? Because we'll talk about the filibuster, by the way. Don't think that I'm not for it, but I know that there's consequences to that. If Democrats become elected again. So that's a conversation to have for sure. But here is Chris Murphy, right? Here he is, a Democrat panicking, right? He says this is unsurprisingly nonsensical. He is suggesting eliminating healthcare insurance and giving people a few $1,000s instead. And then when they get a cancer diagnosis, they just go bankrupt. He is unserious. That's why we are in a shutdown in America. Know it. No, you moron. He's suggesting allowing people to keep the money they've been taxed and allowing them to shop plans and insurance companies on their own using a program that allows them to do that with taxpayer money, the same way you do with car and homeowners. This is disingenuous, but this is when you got the Democrats in that corner where they have to get hyperbolic and they got to say some of the craziest things to convince the crowd that they're still on their side. But in reality, they know that Trump has it. Trump has the ability to shut down that healthcare nonsense talk that they be doing, that they be talking about, right? You have it's in your face. Do it for the people. This is why I dislike a lot of Republicans, because they're just stupid. Like, you got to think on both sides of the aisle. You got to think about what they want, give them what they want, give us what we like. You just got to think. But anyways, so how disingenuous for you to play this as an elimination of health insurance. What Trump is suggesting is to open the competition and allowing the American people to dictate pricing. Don't forget to what you choose, but give them power to allow the market to choose. Again, you are a sniveling, lifeless, colorless, that's Professor Ned saying that, waste of organic cells, Chris. You've literally done nothing your whole life. He's just going at him. Registered Democrat here. The only reason any politician would be against this is because when they can't control the money, there is exactly lifelong Democrats are saying, yo, Trump is about to literally destroy the Democratic Party behind this. I mean, hey, your knee-jerk dismissal of Trump's proposal to redirect ACA subsidies, those bloated taxpayer siphoning handouts currently greasing the palms of insurance behemoths, reeks of willful ignorance, or worse, deliberate obfuscation. God, so many big words. Calm down. First, let's address your sanctimonious hand wringing. Oh my God, guys, just excuse me. I'm very excited about this. Hand wringing about Trump's suggestion of nonsensical, and of course, tossing a few measly dollars at Americans. That's not what's going on here. And the fact that he went straight to cancer, he went straight to the extreme, right? But you're painting a melodramatic picture of bankruptcy, ravaged peasants, but your analysis is festering pile of bovine excrement. God, what's so many big words from this person? The proposal, as articulated by Trump, isn't about handing out of pocket change. It's about relocating approximately $14 billion annually in the ACA premium subsidies per Congressional Budget Office estimates directly to individuals via mechanisms like health saving accounts, the HSAs. Senator Rick Scott and Lindsey Graham are already drafting legislation to operationalize this, leveraging HSA-style accounts to foster competition and drive down costs. Hardly the reckless abandonment you imply, you pompous git. So again, now let's crunch the numbers, ruthless accuracy. And this person just goes on and on. I got to follow this person. I don't know who this person is, but this comment from this woman, this is a woman? Yeah, seems to be a woman account. Oh, I already followed them. Oh yeah, okay. So I just followed them. They just broke that down so perfectly. So again, a huge opportunity by the Republicans to do something that they should have already done. You already have Chuck Schumer melting down about this. You already have the upper hand on this. Do it. Do it for everyday Americans. Do it. I promise you. I know Trump. I know why he's saying this.